Bonjour, mes amis. Bienvenue au Ville de Québec. And just another attempt at me at a foreign language. Hey guys, it's Randy Orton, Fan 2011. And I'm back again for another Pepsi Cup Series race. This is round 6 of 24. And this is the Dairy Queen 300. So we've escaped the desert in the Middle East, and now we're back here we're back in Canada we're in Quebec for another race, round 6. Of course, we have our full field of 42 drivers ready to go. Of course, they want to gain momentum heading towards the All-Star race. Remember that there are 2 races left. There are 2 races left before the start of the All-Star weekend. So make sure that a lot of drivers trying to get that win, or else they will have to be handpicked, or maybe have to go through the open. Alright, we'll take a look at the starting lineup, and then we'll get the command to fire up them engines, so stay tuned. So that was a look at your starting lineup. Seth Cole in the 24 car, he will start on the pole. Jessica Miller in the 56 will start right beside him. Yours truly will start in the 3rd position. Michael Norman actually had a great qualifying run. He will start in the 4th position. That's his best qualifying run up to date. Finally, one more notable, Charles Jackson. He's been on some kind of a run. The past 4 races, the previous 4 races, in the previous 4 races, Charles Jackson has finished in the top 10, and in 3 of those races, he's ended up in the top 5. So expect Charles Jackson to be a factor in this one. Alright guys, here we go. Let's get the command and fire up them engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
As we get going, this race will be 12 laps long, so lap 6 will be considered the halfway point. As the pace car makes the hard left turn to pit road, we are ready to go green here in Quebec City. This is our first stint here in Quebec City, so it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. As we await the green flag. And we are going racing here in Quebec City. As they come through the first few corners, Seth Cole trying to get away from the rest of the field, and he will clear Jessica Miller for the moment. Jessica Miller having a hard challenge, but Seth Cole bounced off the wall. That's going to give Miller the advantage and the lead. And her teammate Aaron Williams, her favorite driver, right behind her in 2nd. Michael Norman's moved his way up to 3rd. Christopher Martin trying to take away the 4th position from our pole sitter. Oh, there's trouble. Oh, man. Seth Cole is upside down. Charles Jackson involved. Who else is that? Oh, John Dawson took a hard hit, and the caution is out, and it's a race back to the start-finish line. And I think 5 drivers were in front of that. 5 drivers, as you can see, were in front of that wreck. Oh my God. And as we see here, it's Jessica Miller crossing the line in first, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman, Christopher Martin, and Sean Galligan. That will be your top 5. But a big wreck occurring on the very first lap. And that took out our pole sitter, Seth Cole. And maybe Charles Jackson, who was on a bit of a roll. But we'll have to take a look at that. We'll take a look at what brought the caution, so stay tuned. Alright, here's what brings out our first caution of the race. Right here you see Seth Cole battling for, battling for the 5th position between himself and Charles Jackson. But right here, Charles Jackson is going to get into him, and then in the process, Alexander Dawson will get in the middle of it. And then right there, hold on, we'll take a look at that. Take a look at that, and right here you see Charles Jackson get into Seth Cole, then you see Alexander Dawson joining the party, and then Seth Cole just goes flipping over. And that bunches up the rest of the field there. That'll bunch up the rest of the field. Oh, and right there, John Dawson was going at such a fast speed he couldn't avoid Seth Cole. And heavy damage to that 88 machine. See if anyone else got any significant damage. I'm not sure if Charles Jackson received any damage, but really the big where the damage was done was Seth Cole. And he's up near the front in the points. Oh, another driver gets involved. It's Jennifer Miller, one of the rookies, battling for Rookie of the Year, and she's towards the front in points. That's going to hurt her a lot. And if we can take a look at our bird's eye view camera, there is Alyssa Anderson in the 38. She is dead, and she is stopped dead. Take a look at that. Right there. Oh man, how close was that? How close was that? I'm not sure if I can get a good enough view. Maybe if I go to another driver. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. There's the damage done to Alyssa Anderson. There you see everyone else is going to have to avoid that. Oh man, there's another car in the middle, and stuck in that middle lane. Oh, it's James McLeod. Man, another tough break for James McLeod. Just can't catch a break on these races. There you see more of that mid pack, and then this was the front of the pack. And we'll show this to you in real time. As they came off this corner, Jessica Miller was the leader. And she will cross the start-finish line first to lead the field through the caution, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman, Christopher Martin, and Sean Galligan. We'll be right back for more green flag racing after this. Don't go away. We're back. Pace car's giving us the 1 to go. Jessica Miller is your leader, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman, Christopher Martin, and Sean Galligan, your top 5. Then it's Danny Wells, Austin LaPlante, Alexander Dawson, Max Skinner, and Charles Jackson, 6th through 10th. As the pace car makes the left turn in pit road once again. We are now at lap 4. As they will take the green flag to complete lap 3 and enter lap 4. Green flag back out in the air. Oh, look out. Oh, man, that was a close call right there. Michael Norman and Christopher Martin. That's going to give Sean Galligan and Danny Wells. Oh, Sean Galligan. Sean Galligan's in the wall. Oh, a big pile up here. Is the caution out? No, it is not. No, it is not, and that's going to allow the top 4 to really pull away. Oh, now the caution is out. Now the caution is out. A big wreck occurring. Oh, man, Christopher Martin. Oh, look out. Look out. There you see Yoko Makedo, Mitch McDonald involved, our previous race winner. And as they race back to the start-finish line, there you see, looks like that will be your top 4. Caution is out once again. And Jessica Miller will lead the field to the start-finish line. And she will, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman in 3rd, Danny Wells up to 4th, and Max Skinner has moved his way into the top 5. we'll take a look at what brought the second caution of the race. Stay tuned. Alright, we're going to take a look at what brought the second caution of this race. Right here, Christopher Martin doesn't get a good run off this turn, and there you see Sean Galligan and Danny Wells. They're going to get a good run. But then Sean Galligan tries to fall back in line, can't quite clear Christopher Martin. That's going to send both of them into the wall. Then also Plant, you see here, takes some damage. Another hit by Charles Jackson, Alexander Dawson involved. Oh boy, Max Skinner just barely avoided that. Barely avoided trouble right there. He's going to pull away, as well as Austin LaPlante. But that was not what brought the caution. That's what brings out this process, which leads to the caution. So there it is. There it is, right there. You're going to see these guys going 3 wide. They're 3 wide. They're like side by side and 3 wide. But then right here, can't get the good camera angle. Right there, Charles Jackson going to hit that outside wall. He's going to take Alexander Dawson and Christopher Martin along for the ride. And both of them go sideways. There you see them all struggling in the field. And there you see Randy Carpenter involved. Oh, another car got spun. Another car got spun. Who was that? And I went too far back. There's what brought the caution. Oh wait, who was that? Someone else got spun. Oh, it's Alexander Jones. Alexander Jones in the 77 car. She got spun, but I'm not sure how it happened. We're gonna have to take another look at that. Oh, right there, right here. You see, there you see Jack Richards, Jennifer Miller, Trent Dunham, and Dylan Poteet. They're like 4 wide, and they really block up the racetrack. That really blocks up the racetrack for Alexander Jones. That blocks up all of her options. There you see Michael Dawson with nowhere to go. She's gonna spin her, and he's gonna spin Alexander Jones out. Just nowhere to go for Michael Dawson, and that is gonna really bunch up the field here. And there you see the second part of there you see the third part of the wreck. The third part of the wreck was right here when Randy Carpenter gets into Charles Jackson, and then bunches up the rest of the back of the pack of this field. And that is what brings out the second caution of the race. Then we'll fast forward through you to the race back to the start finish line. And it was Jessica Miller who led the field back to the start-finish line, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman, Danny Wells, and Max Skinner will end up in the top 5. We'll be right back for more green flag racing after this. Don't go away. And we are back. Pace car has given us the 1 to go. Jessica Miller's your leader, followed by Aaron Williams, Michael Norman 3rd, Danny Wells in 4th, and Max Skinner rounds out your top 5. Then it's Austin LaPlante, Sean Galligan, Brian Young, Brian LaFleur Jr., and Justin Perry, 6th through 10th. At this point, John Dawson and Seth Cole are out of the race, and Christopher Martin, you see, is a lap down. This lap would be the halfway point, and Jessica Miller will lead that lap. And she will get she'll get another bonus point for leading at the halfway point. Green flag back out in the air. Jessica Miller trying to race her way into the All-Star race. Remember, she doesn't have a win yet this season. Here we go, battle for 4th position. Danny Wells and Max Skinner. Sean Galligan still in this, despite damage on that right side. He is in, I think, the 6th position. There's Brian Young battling with Austin LaPlante. Oh, look out. Oh, Brian LaFleur Jr. got loose. But he saved that shit. Good job on the rookie, Brian LaFleur Jr. As they come through the final corners, and this lap, Jessica Miller still the leader. Aaron Williams hot on her tail in 2nd. Michael Norman trying to come away with his best finish of the season in 3rd. As they come to the start-finish line, Jessica Miller will lead another lap. She has led 7 of 7 laps at this point, and she will now get another bonus point for leading the most laps. take a look at some of the action near the back of the pack. There you see some of the rookies here. There's Alexander Dawson. Boy, he's not having a good day right now. He's not going to be happy with a few drivers after this. There's Charles Jackson, and Charles Jackson again in the wall. Oh, there they go. Look out. Look out. And I'm not sure if the caution is out. Is it? Is the caution out? No, it is not. The caution did not come out, but Charles Jackson's run might just end right here. Look at him. He's all the way back in the 30-something position. The 30th-something position. And we'll cycle through the rest of this field. But at this point, you see the top 3 have started to... The top 4 or 5 have started to pull away just a little bit. 4 laps ago, as Jessica Miller has led every single one of them. There's a few other cars. Joshua Perry, Jake Cole going to the garage. They're going to be out of this race. There's our current points leader, Dylan Poteet. He currently has 100 points. Separate at least just a little over 101 points actually. 101 points to be exact, separating himself from Aaron Williams, who was second in points. And Dylan Poteet trying to come away with another top 10 finish to hopefully extend that points lead. Maybe he can try and pass Brian LaFleur Jr. in the 17 car, the rookie, for the 9th position. Try and extend that points lead just a little bit. We're going to come around 3 laps to go, and Jessica Miller is in the driver's seat. I see Aaron Williams trying to come away with his pick up his 2nd straight podium finish in the PORWC. Michael Norman trying to come up with his best finish of the season. He's currently 3rd. Danny Wells looking for another top 5 run in 4th. Max Skinner looking for his first top 5. He's in the 5th position. There's Sean Galligan, another rookie, looking for a good finish. He's in 6th. Brian Young looking for a top 10 in 7th. There's also a Plant trying to come away with a good finish in 8th. Brian LaFleur Jr. trying to come away with his first top 10 of his PORWC career. He's in 9th. And there's Dylan Poteet in the last position in the top 10. But now you see that this lead pack right here, Jessica Miller is starting to catch up to Joshua Perry. And you can pretty much see that Joshua Perry is clearly much slower than this lead pack. If he doesn't get out of the way, then this could be huge trouble. Two laps to go now as Jessica Miller has led 10 of 10 laps. Two laps to go. Will Aaron Williams try to defend his teammate? Or will he go for the win himself? They see the top 10 are pretty much single file at this point. Pretty much evenly spread out at this point. It's a pretty even margin. Sorry about that. There's the phone. They'll come around for the white flag. They'll come around for the white flag, and Jessica Miller looking for her first win in the Pepsi Cup Series. There you see it, the white flag is out. And if the leader takes the white flag at this point, the race is pretty much over at this point, and she does. Jessica Miller leads the field at the white flag, 1 to go. Can Jessica Miller lead every single lap of this race? Will Aaron Williams try to defend his his number 1 fan? Will Aaron Williams try to defend the win for his number 1 fan? Or will he go for the win himself? There you see Michael Norman. He's less than a lap away from his best finish of the season. Danny Wells looking for a top 5. Max Skinner also looking for his best finish of the season, as well as Sean Galligan. Oh, someone went off the wall, but no harm, no foul. As they come around the final few corners of this track. One more corner to go, and Jessica Miller has won her first race of the PORWC this season. Coming off the final corner. And it's Jessica Miller who will take the checkered flag and win the Dairy Queen 300. Leading every single lap. How about that for Jessica Miller? Aaron Williams will end up on the podium finish in second. Aaron Williams, he understood what his number one fan wanted to do, and now will make Jessica Miller eligible for the All-Star race. Aaron Williams, he's a good team guy. He defended his number one fan, and he'll settle for a podium finish. How about Michael Norman? Coming away with a podium finish, his best finish of the season. Danny Wells, another good top 5 run in fourth, and Max Skinner. How about Max Skinner? He's gonna move up in the points right there with a top 5 finish. As we wait for the race results to go official, the last car who's supposed to cross the line is Joshua Perry, and he will make it to the finish. And now the race results are official. Jessica Miller has won the Dairy Queen 300. Aaron Williams will come away with his second straight podium finish. He will end up second. Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna like all these second place finishes, but at least one of his teammates ended up finishing in front of him, so he should be happy for that. Michael Norman, how about Michael Norman? He's gonna come away with his best finish of the season in third. Danny Wells, a good run for him. He'll finish in the top 5, and Max Skinner, a good top 5 run for him as well. Sean Gallagher in the 31, good run for the rookie. He'll end up 6th. Brian Young, also another rookie. He'll end up with a top 10 and 7th. Austin LaPlante, a good run for him. He will finish 8th. Brian LaFleur Jr. coming with his best finish of the season in 9th. And Dylan Poteet, our defending Pepsi Cup Series champion, rounds out the top 10. We take a look at 11th through 20th right now. That is Justin Perry, Jack Richards, Ryan Cooper, Pichu, Alexander Jones, Jennifer Miller, Trent Dunham, Shoya Ryu, Connor Breton, and Dylan Young. Then we go through 21st through 30th. We have Michael Dawson, Liam Erwig, Sasha Dawson, Dion Scott, Alexander Dawson, Alyssa Anderson, Josh Cullen, Red Bell, Jessica Lawrence, Caleb Cullen, and that's 21st through 30th. Then we take a look at the bottom 12. Randy Carpenter starts out 31st, and it's Hiroshi Kato, Joseph Clark, James McLeod, Charles Jackson. Well, I think this might just end Charles Jackson's top 10 run with a bottom 10 finish. Not a good race for Charles Jackson. Then it's Mitch McDonald, Yoko Makedo, Joshua Perry, Christopher Martin, who ends up a lap down. And then finally the bottom 3, all with DNFs, Jake Cole, Seth Cole, and John Dawson. Aaron Williams, he's a good team guy. He defended his number one fan, Jessica Miller, and gave her the win. So congratulations to Jessica Miller on winning the Dairy Queen 300. That will give her the win she needs, and she will be eligible for the All-Star race later this season in the Pepsi Cup Series. So this is going to be interesting to see how this turns out. We still have one more race to go, and we still have one more race to go in the Pepsi Cup Series race, in the Pepsi Cup Series, before we go through All-Star Weekend. Not the band. Remember, not the band. It's the race. All-Star Weekend in the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. That's going to be interesting. I think at this point we now have I think 20-something drivers. I'm not quite sure. But for many of these drivers, there's still one more chance to lock yourself into the All-Star race without having to go through the last chance qualifier. So it's going to be interesting from start to finish. Of course, I will handpick a few drivers, and then I will have a fan vote to determine who will be voted into the All-Star race. So that is going to be one to check on. All right, guys, that's it, and it's been a crazy race weekend. Of course, we were going places. We were outside the U.S. for quite a while, but we're going to return to the U.S. for Darlington. Yep, that's right. We're going to the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame. Of course, Aaron Williams was the winner in Season 1, but we'll see if he can win another Southern 500 in Season 2. This has been your PORWC President, Kevin Rabinall, signing off. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Real cola taste with 60% less sugar. Pepsi Next. Your standings are coming up.
Yeah.